All right, good morning, guys. What's up? I hope everyone's having a good day. Will the curse reverse today is the big question. We have taken a string of losses, but we have only taken our first trade on this 150K instant funded account. We are at, you guys can see, I'll always share this with you guys. Top left corner, 149,193. So we're about $800 down. We can lose 4,500. So at the pace we're going, we can probably we've got about 4 to 5 trades in breathing room. Let me move my mic a little bit closer. I don't know why it feels far away today. If it's too, actually, let me know, guys. Is it too loud or too quiet if I just talk back like this? What's up, Jake? What's up, Bays Raul? Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing well today. If it's too quiet or anything, just always feel free to let me know. We're gonna mark up the charts really quick, and then I got something interesting to share based on yesterday. Cause man, I was a little upset. I'm not gonna lie. And the reason I was a little upset is because yes, we've been coming and showing up and doing exactly what we say we're gonna do. But you guys know all too well that it's tough to sit through losing streaks, and we've been on a decent one when it comes to actual trades playing out. And like yesterday, I was like, man, we're on like a 6 or 7, probably a 7 trade losing streak, but we've executed perfectly for the last several weeks, and I'm just like, man, like, is it me, or is it just these trades aren't playing out, or am I doing something wrong, or like. So there was only one thing that I kind of caught, because I was like scanning everything, like what I could be doing wrong. So I'll share that with you guys in a minute when it comes to what I just found out. But and I'm not changing anything. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's mark up these levels. But basically, I was like, I just need to keep sitting through these. I need to keep sitting through these trades because I wanted to stop. I didn't want to come stream today. I decided late last night, I'm like, you know what? I can't keep like quitting, and it's like you have to sit through these losses. I can't keep quitting or changing my strategy. Like it's like we have to either really fine tune what we're doing and keep going every day, or we just need to stop altogether. We can't keep doing this back and forth. So I'm here today. We're gonna keep pressing forward. We've been taking a handful of losses, but we've been executing flawlessly. There is only one flaw in our execution, and I'll share that with you. And that is basically, you can see, this is an example. I'll show you yesterday though. You can see in this scenario right now, it's 9:30. This is the very first candle, 9:30. New York Open happened, right? What happened right before? We swept these swing points of buy-side liquidity in here before 9:30. Now here's the thing. Yesterday we had a similar situation in which we had swept right before 9:30, and what did we do? Now at 9:30 we came in and it's like, okay, let's look for a market structure shift now. Here's the thing though. Yes, you can go in and we could probably find a market structure shift in here, or like let's say the market structure will shift once we close below there. Here's the thing though. We need, and this is what I kind of realized yesterday, and I'll show you. We need everything, like our trading hours are not just for entering our trade. Our trading hours in that specific, like right after open, that New York kill zone, like 9:30 to 11, that's not just for you need your trade to enter at that time. You need your confluences to happen within that time. And so what I mean by that is, yes, we had our market structure shift after 9:30 yesterday, and in this case, we could have it after 9:30, but we're looking at a liquidity sweep. You can see right here that happened before 9:30, right? This is 9:30. The liquidity sweep did not happen within your hours, and I think that's where I messed up. At least yesterday. So I think having the liquidity sweep after 9:30 as well in the New York Open, right? You have price drive up and take a swing point, or drive down and take a swing low. It has to happen after 9:30 because it for whatever reason it seems like it's going to add to the favor of it playing out, right? Because if you're trading during a volatile time, during a specific time window that you know you're going to have a higher likelihood of your trade playing out, you can't be like, I can't be waiting for a market structure shift here now that it's 9:30 based on a liquidity sweep that happened over here at 8 o'clock, right? That's not really the point. And so that's exactly what we did yesterday. And if you guys look back in time, Here's 9:30. It'll pop up in a second. It's taking a minute to load today. What's up, MKO? It's good to see you in here, my brother. Okay, I'm just gonna mark it up because it's not loading, but 9:30 is right here, and we had a liquidity sweep right here. Yeah, okay, now it popped up. You can see yesterday, I'm gonna try to go quick, but basically approaching 9:30 right in here, after this liquidity sweep, we were looking for a market structure shift. We needed the liquidity sweep to happen though during our trading hours. It happened before right here, and then we actually got a market structure shift, a very small one right in here, and then we got in the trade and it immediately failed. But what ended up happening is we developed some sell side liquidity right here. Price actually formed a valuable low. We took that low, and then the real trade actually played out. And so why did this trade play out but this one didn't? In my opinion, it's because the liquidity got swept during your trading hours, and then the liquidity sweep and the market structure shift happened within your trading hours. We were basically yesterday's trade was based on a liquidity sweep that happened before we were even interested in the market. So here's an example. I mean, it could play out, it could not, but we kind of just want everything to be during our trading hours, because if there's a market structure shift downwards here, but the liquidity sweep was happening over here before 9:30, before the open, that means that price did not drive and take liquidity after the open yet. So the idea behind this is we want the market to open and we want it to drive to liquidity, and then after it takes liquidity, we want a market structure shift, right? Whether that be on the top or the bottom here. So that's the idea. We need structure to be taken in liquidity to be rated after 9:30, and I think that's where I messed up yesterday. I think that's where I maybe messed up on a few of those 8:30 trades even, because 8:30 is it's like another 9:30 in forex at least on news days. Even not on news days it can be, but like if we're saying we're going to trade at 8:30 or 9:30 and then we're taking liquidity sweeps off of 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock, like it's not all the moving pieces at once, right? So I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. But long story short, all I'm looking for is I'm waiting for a swing point to be taken now after the market's open. The market has already opened 6 minutes ago. And so we're going to wait for, in this case right now, the only 2 points that haven't been taken that are the closest right now are this swing low or this swing high. And then we have potential for a swing low to be forming in here if this candle closes higher. So we would have like 8 minutes for that one anyway. So we're going to hang out here. I probably need to put on the sessions, that way we can have like a kind of a starting point when to start drawing this stuff. We'll do 2 to 5. That's the London session. We're gonna put that on right here. Oh, it did not put it on. So what's up, Luboslav? Did you just hop in, or did you miss all of that? Because I was gonna explain what happened yesterday, and the 9 a.m. macro didn't work out today. Oh, it didn't. I'll have to look at it. I haven't even looked at it yet. I have not looked at NQ yet today. Oh, and by the way, Luboslav, I did look at the 5 second and the 1 minute, and it kind of does look like it plays out nice sometimes. Oh, it looks like the macro wouldn't have even played out in any scenario today. It looks like it just failed and failed and failed. Yeah. It ripped right through today. Oh, enjoy your holiday, brother. That's what's up. Yeah, no. So basically, what I was saying is, I want to try to be a little more patient and a little more careful. I started the stream with saying like, man, I've just been I've been struggling internally, like on this losing streak. But I will say it hasn't bled into my trading, right? We we lost a handful of trades on the cash account, but we decided to start with small risk. Then we're like, you know what? Let's just lower our risk even more, and we'll trade an instant funded account. We've only taken one trade on there, and we've lost it, so we're not in a bad spot. We've only lost like just over 0.5%, but still, I've been on a losing streak when it comes to like, not like execution, but when it comes to actual profits, like the P&L, for like a week and a half or like 2 weeks, and it's probably been 2 weeks, and I'm just at a crossroads where it's like I'm either gonna go all in with this and we're gonna keep streaming. Like this is the seventh stream in a row. Like it's been a while since I've been this consistent and haven't broke a trading plan and keep executing, keep showing up. So I told myself, I was like, I either like we're gonna figure this out or we're just gonna stop altogether. I can't keep going back and forth. I can't keep doubting. I can't keep changing things. So like I know the strategy works. So I'm like, why has it been failing? And I look and I finally think I saw one thing. I don't know if it's gonna change everything, but I think I saw one thing. And I just went over this, so I won't spend too much time. But basically, 9:30 or basically whenever we're starting our trading hours, we need the liquidity sweep to happen within it. And I've been trading like, oh, we get to the market, it's 9:30, liquidity sweep happened, and let's look for a market structure shift now. Like, no, I need it all to happen during or after the open. So basically, I need to wait for the open to drive to a liquidity point, and then for us to market structure shift after there. Not for, hey, this liquidity point got taken before the open. Now that market's open, let's look for a shift or whatever. That's where I think I'm going wrong. So I basically just need to wait for a liquidity sweep after the open is what I'm saying. Yeah, guys, it's tough. It's tough. It's Here's the thing though. If if we have our risk right, like if we're not risking way too much and we just don't crash out, things really do come back around in your favor. If you've got a tested edge, and one thing I talked about in a stream a few days ago was this, and this is like I've gotten more familiar with how the world works and how even business works. Um, Sometimes a business can even have a down month. And I know like if you guys are more familiar with that, like I don't know why that just caught me off guard. Like a business could even lose money in a month. So I'm like, that's kind of like, I don't know, like it just was like a breakthrough moment for me. It's like, okay, I could have a trading strategy that could win 10 out of 12 months out of the year. I might have 2 down months. And it's like that's something I've never in my trading before in the last 4 years said like or even came to terms with is that the potential for down months. Like I had a huge breakthrough when I stopped like holding on to winning weeks. Like when I told myself like, hey, I could have, a losing week and still be profitable every month. I'm at a point now where it's like I could have a losing month but still be significantly profitable for the year. The only thing that gets in the way of it is crashing out in the meantime, switching things up, and you don't let the whole year play out. And it's like not something you want to come to terms with because it's like who in the world would want to spend 2 entire months out of the year losing money? And it's like, yeah, you're gonna lose money, but bigger picture, it's really gonna be just a little bit of a pullback in an uptrend. So it's like that's another reason I think I've been trying to shift into that mentality a lot these last 2 weeks, even though we've been catching these strings of losses. So I think the combination with like that mentality and risking like 0.5% going super slow on a higher like a bigger prop account like 150K instant funded like stuff like that, keeping my risk super minimal, risking only 0.5% and just taking all my trades and trying to be more patient and letting all the confluences play out after the open. Like long term, I think we're gonna pull back, and I think we'll pull back strong, in our favor. But it's just sitting through this. It's sitting through this stage, getting on here every day, like talking, and really just focusing on other things too. Like we can talk about the Word of God. We can talk about working out. We can talk about psychology. And that's going to help us get on here together and sit through these days and keep logging trades. And there's a quote where it's like, the guy, I don't remember the quote because I heard it a few years ago, but like, long story short, is at the end of, like, let's say a year, we're all sitting on here and we're all executing and we're all sticking to the plan. Let's say we don't make a massive amount of money. Let's say we make some money, though. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, let's say we don't make any money. But let's just say it's like we're here for a year, 2 years, and it doesn't change. But we've developed a discipline that literally, like, we could take and we could do anything with it. So I don't want anyone to think any time's wasted, and I don't want myself to think that any time's wasted, because every time you say that you're going to do something and you show up and you do it, that's a winning day, because that can be used anywhere in life. That could literally be used anywhere in life. It could be used in the gym. It could be used in your relationships. It could be used in any other line of work. So we're investing in ourselves at the same time as investing in potential for a profitable extra source of income in future for us. So it's all mindset, and I'll be honest with you guys. Yesterday I was like, I was in a pretty rough spot because I'm like, man, I keep losing trades. But then I kept telling myself, I was like, these really aren't that bad of trades though. I was like, I just need to sit through this because I've made money off of these same exact trades. So I was like, let me see. I'll do a quick scan of everything I can. Let me see if there's anything that I can notice, and if there's not, I'll just keep trading. If there is, and I'll see if that will help. And the only thing I think I noticed is that I wasn't waiting for the liquidity sweep to happen after the open. So that's the only thing I noticed. But nonetheless, guys, I really think we're taking solid setups. I really think we're taking good trades. Like, I can't sit here and tell you that any of those trades I've lost on the last 2 weeks have been bad trades. Like, I can't sit here and tell you that because those setups play out. They really do. And if you backtest them, they do too, like time and time again. We just happen, like, I think I'm really being tested because the moment I come back to live streaming is the moment we're in a losing streak. And I think it's like, it's push comes to shove right now. It's like, I really believe it's a spiritual testing for me because it's like, are you committed to this or not? Right? Like, are you going to sit through the ups and downs with this or not? Like, so I think I'm being tested right out the gate because it's like, if we're going to really do this long term, you need to sit through first thing a losing streak and blow past this and now move on. And I think it's a good thing. But it's definitely trying me. So what's up, Anthony? What's up, guys? Let me read the chat some. I've never used VWAP, but I know a lot of people that do well with it. I know you anchor it in different ways, and I don't know exactly how to get it on my chart the right way. But I bet with combined with macro hours and windows, that'd probably be a beautiful setup. Yeah, check Nasha, even checking yearly. I've been so good now. Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm trying to get to, with sub. All right, so we're kind of in a tighter range now. So we got 2 points of liquidity. We got internal right here and external right up here. Either getting taken is not a bad option for us to look for a setup because it will be the first point of smaller picture 15-minute liquidity that gets taken after the New York Open. Now, we've got it, our chart here too as well. 6 contracts of the 6E, the symbol's called 6EU 25 for the futures contract of EurUsd dollar. So we'll come back to this chart, I guess, when we're getting closer and ready to execute. But we'll hang out here. Let's do this. I want to see if I could add a live chat to the stream. I think you can, but I think I deleted it, and yeah. Oh well, I'll just put this up. Yeah, that macro just slid through it today. You know where it slid to? It slid right back into that other macro. Okay. I really would like a long though, off of taking this internal point right in here. So like coming down here and then shifting. I don't know why this is like squiggly. Keep streaming. All right, I will. I just need you guys to keep encouraging me to keep getting back here. And it's like, even if we don't, you know, have a up month or an up week, we'll still be able to hang out, you know, and it'll keep us all like on the right path. I know I do better like outside of the charts, even when I'm like on stream. I'm more motivated getting to hang out with you guys and stuff. So we have tapped this low. So I would be looking now. Now this, in my opinion, this liquidity has been touched. It has been taken, even if it's been taken at a very small scale right here with only a tick. Now I want to start at this point in time, start kind of tracking our structure, right? So we were pushing up. I'm not going to look too far to the left. We're going to get our lines crossed if we do something like that. But basically, this is, you know, what we'll have drawn on. Probably not the best to make that orange. Let me make it like purple. So really we would be looking for something above here. What's going to be better than that, guys, is going to be a push up and then another push lower, then a push like that, and then taking that. That's going to be more ideal. And better yet, let me draw it on like this, something like this. That's gonna be ideal, right? Because we'll get a much better entry on our way to take up those highs. Now I don't know how. That's 10 pips right there. That would be perfect. I think we could go higher though, especially if we market structure shift upwards after this. So we'll see. We do have an established low though. We actually did close on that candle. So if we do close lower than this point right here now, we'll have a much sooner point of interest to buy above right here. It's like, what if we go on a, here's the thing too, what if we go on a 30 trade winning streak right now? Which you guys know is not impossible. Like, we've done 15 trade winning streaks live. We've done 9 trade winning streaks live. So it's like, what if we lost for 2 weeks and then we just won for like the next 4 months? And it's like, what if I would have gave up? And what if, you know, we would have cashed in right one day before all that? You know what I mean? So, all right, guys, just so you know though, we do now have officially a much better, much cleaner spot to take a long off of, which would be right there. This is going to be a market structure shift above here, completely valid now, especially now that this has been broken. Yeah, especially now. So we've got the platform to take the trade off of when the time has come. We will mark it up on here a little bit as well. We'll pay attention over here though. That's what we'll do. We'll pay attention over here. Make sure we got the signal ready for the chat. We've still been consistent posting our signals too. Not that anyone should be taking them right now, but I'm trying to just keep everything documented, tracked, you know. Eventually, once we start, you know, having a bigger sample long term, if people want to follow along at that point, that would make sense. But yeah, I actually just prefer everyone just kind of doing their own thing, but just hanging out and trading alongside me. But this is not a point of interest yet. We want price to take this point because, remember, this is a swing point because it broke another swing point. This is not a swing point because it did not break another swing point, or at least not yet. Now it is a swing point. Okay. Price is going lower. But yeah, it's all good and fine. I'm gonna wait for it to reverse. So you guys can see, clear as day. Yeah, that goes a little bit higher. Let me measure that high. Yeah, this candle does go higher. We are taking this sell side, and now we are waiting for that shift to occur. And this is it. Yeah, this point right here is where we want to buy above. So we will try to get our chart ready for that. Oh gosh, I just opened the Microsoft store. Just so you can see and know that this is the shift right here. The MSS. Now closing above here will complete it. I got a feeling about this one, guys. It's time to break that streak. And it's time to continue the streaming streak. Let me do this. I'm going to pull this over here right now, just so I can execute faster if we do end up closing above there. I'll pull it back over when we execute. All right. Getting ready. We got 30 seconds and we're potentially in a trade. Oh, USD/JPY is another. It's like the NQ of Forex. It's like the NQ of Forex. I think they got dollar yen. What's it called? Dollar yen futures. I'll have to look. We'll look in a second. I'm about to get in this trade. We're about to buy six futures contracts of EUR/USD. We want to close above though. We don't want to pull back and wick. All right, I am long. Signal has been sent. I'll show you guys now. We are long and we're trying to get, let's see. We're risking 10 pips, which is going to be $750. 0.5% of the account to make 10 pips. So we want to make $750. Let me put on the actual trade right here. Right here. Perfect execution though too. Perfect execution. Will this trade break the streak of the series of unfortunate events we've been facing? What price did we get in? 16,325. We'll go back here really quick. What in the world? That can't be right then. I was about to say, hopefully I'm trading the right asset. It says 1.16330. This says 1. Yeah, completely different. Oh well, we know we entered on that candle, so we're just going to put that right there. This is our trade for the day. Now I'm going to break it down, guys. You guys can see basically after 9:30, which 9:30 starts at the beginning of this faded gray session, we had a run of these lows right here. Now the run of these lows was internal sell side liquidity in this overall uptrend that is breaking higher. We had a valuable and accurate market structure shift, and now we're just looking for a simple 1-to-1 10 pip move. I was wondering why that looks so big. It says 15 pips. We're just going for a 10 pip move. So ideally, this should be the best 10 pips of the day you're gonna get right after open. Easy 1-to-1 risk to reward, liquidity sweep, market structure shift. It has everything it needs to be a high probability setup. Now, I think a lot of our trades have been failing, like I said though, because we hadn't got that liquidity sweep during our hours. We were getting old liquidity sweeps and only market structure shifts during our hours. This trade's going to be the test of time. It's going to tell us whether that's true or not, or I'm just making that up. We'll see though. Let's. Oh, what did I do? Oh, it looked like it reversed my position. Okay. I don't know why it's like that. Let me go back here. How did I get this color here? 20%. Oh, I made it. That's why. All right, let me go back to the actual platform. We'll just make it blue or teal or whatever. I like the look and feel of this platform. If nothing else, like it's Project X is a clean platform. We're gonna see that this has everything that an A+ setup needs, and it's with the direction that the higher time frame's breaking, so it should even be more in our favor. But we'll see. We'll see. If if we lose this trade though, guys, after just catching this string of losses, like you guys are gonna have to give me a pat on the back for showing up and keep doing this. It really is just like, dang, does like why this is like the biggest frustration with trading is something can work so well for so long and then it could just go through pockets of not working well at all, and then this is where it messes me up big time. It's like, is it ever going to work again? And it will. It always will. Like I mean, like if you look at data and back tests and historical data, strategies come back around. Like it just happens like that. And you live in this place of fear the entire time, wondering, is it going to come back around? But here's the thing. It will never come back around if you don't keep cranking out the trades. And that's like where I got to yesterday when I told myself, it's like, are these bad trades? Am I doing the wrong thing? Or are they simply not playing out right now? And I just had to tell myself I'm not a bad trader. They're just simply not playing out right now. So I'm gonna sit on my hands and I'm gonna keep showing up. And it's not gonna be easy. And I've accepted that, but I've also accepted that there's no more back and forth. There's no more trying to decide, what's gonna work all the time. I've spent 4 years trying to find something that works every month, that works all the time. I would rather at this point in time now just sit through a strategy and have 2 down months out of 12, right? That's the place I've come to. And if we can win 10 out of 12 months out of the year, I've got a successful business, right? So, yeah, I hope I'm not just spilling all my thoughts out on you guys today, but I really did decide late last night that it's like, I'm going to continue. Like, I did have the thoughts again. Like, the thoughts were creeping in. I'm not going to lie. Like, don't stream tomorrow. This isn't working. Like, it's definitely not going to work if I stop. It's definitely 100% sure not going to work if I stop. So, all right. I like that we waited today though for this the liquidity grab to happen during hours, because look what would happen though if we didn't wait. Like, because this liquidity grab happened right here before our hours, and then the market structure shift would have been the break lower of here, which happened over here. And so this trade we would technically be in a short right now if we were still basing ourselves off this liquidity grab and the market structure shift off of here. And if price goes up right now, that would have completely failed. So we're going off the most recent grab after 9:30 right in here. And now we got our market structure shift. This should at least give a 60% possibility of hitting, if not a 70 to 80% chance of hitting. Yeah, and I think it's bigger issues I'm working through. It's bigger commitment issues. It's bigger, like deeper rooted things that I'm trying to navigate. Um, that just I think that streaming and maybe trading in general just bring out. And you gotta face those. You gotta face those demons. You gotta face those things in your life. And for me, um, I always try to face them on my own, and I always try to isolate and try to shut down. And it's a journey. I'm not gonna lie, it's a journey. But if here's the thing, like if I didn't have like this group in here that's like watching right now, like the group that's always showed up, that's always been consistent, that's really not ever given me a hard time for doing those things, and it has been so understanding. Like I really wouldn't have a reason to be on here. Like if everyone else leaves but you guys stay, it's like, and we can just trade for the next few years and end up getting it one day and end up making a lot of extra money on top of whatever our craft is, whatever our business, our work is. And we can actually, build something real. Like that's what's gonna matter to me. But you guys have really made it hard to give up. Like, and that's I think why I keep coming back, because I keep getting to that place. I don't know. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta take this stuff. All right, we're still this is the respected low off that market structure shift. As long as we don't break this, we're still bullish on the 1 minute. And if you wonder why, it does look like we're in a downtrend, but structurally speaking, we did shift. You just got to zoom in, and you got to not look at the candles. Yeah, structurally speaking, we're bullish on the 1 minute. Until we're not, right? Oh, Nasha, this is it's not a drug spray. It's a supplement. It's IGF-1. It's deer antler velvet. It's basically it's by the company Bucked Up. If I don't know where you're at in the world or where they sell in the world, but they basically make a lot of pre-workouts that are popular. And they make all the supplements. But basically this supplement, it's an ancient holistic Chinese supplement that they would go and they would harvest the deer antler velvet off of these deer antlers. The deers would shed their antlers every year, and on an annual basis, they would grow back their antlers, and they were strong. They were like tough, and you guys know it's like deer antler, right? And they found that on these antlers that they were shedding, it had this velvet. Well, inside of this velvet, it contained like a human growth hormone type of thing. And basically, it speeds up your ability to recover at a rapid rate and increases strength. It's like the same thing that's in a deer that makes their deer antlers grow, and that are really strong and stuff. So I've been taking it as a supplement. I used to take testosterone boosters. Dang, we're about to get tagged out like day 10 in a row. Um, but it's like, so I used to take testosterone boosters, and they give you a lot of energy, but they don't give you a lot of strength or really help with recovery. Like having high testosterone levels will help with recovery in general, but there's a point in working out where it doesn't. Like you're lifting so much, you're doing so much, you're working out 6-7 days a week. Like test boosters really not going to help you at that point. So this stuff, it helps with recovery. Like it's like the craziest thing I've ever seen. Plus I can lift so much more and so much longer, especially if you're doing body weight. Like you can hit crazy sets of body weight, like pull-ups, push-ups, whatever. But yeah, it's basically IGF-1. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like that's what like the technical term is. But it comes from like deer antler velvet, if that makes sense. So yeah, I take that. I take creatine. I drink whey protein, which is dairy protein, which I'm not the biggest fan of doing that. Um, because it just dairy is just not especially after a workout, you don't want to drink like a whole glass of milk, you know what I mean? So it's kind of the same thing with the protein shakes I drink, but that's really it. I just take the deer antler, I take creatine, and then I just drink protein, and then just try to eat a lot in the evenings. I don't eat breakfast in the mornings, and then I drink, you guys know I drink my coffees and whatnot. But that's it. I like nootropics too. I don't know if you guys have heard of those. Oh, the name of the spray, it's called, the company's called Bucked Up. It looks like this, and it's called Deer Antler Velvet Extract. So, yeah, Deer Antler Velvet Extract, and it's by the company Bucked Up. And they yeah, it's you so you can I can't even get it in the store anymore or on Amazon. It's like the one supplement I have to order directly from them. It's so weird. That's how you know it works well, because they won't even give it to other people to sell. So this trade is not over yet. We let's go back over to our main chart. Let's look at the 15-minute and kind of see how these 15-minute candles are evolving. We haven't necessarily, I mean, we took the low of the last 15-minute candle, but that's not an established low because price did not switch directions, so it's not like all that important. We're still mainly taking this right in here. This is like the internal liquidity we're taking off of, that we structurally shifted off of to go higher. On the 1 minute now, though, I'm pretty sure, yeah, so on the 1 minute we did break our protected low, so we are technically bearish on the 1 minute. These are matching bottoms. These candles have the exact same low, so I don't, it's hit or miss. We could be shifting right now in here. I wouldn't consider it one until like up here again, just because of the way that it's printed. I could be wrong though. I that's still a personal bias. Like, and what I mean by that is if you're drawing on the wick structure right here, you go down, it goes down further, and then this one does not go down further. It's the exact same. Now, usually, if it's not lower but it's higher, you would want to switch directions like this. Now, that's like you don't know what to do when they're the exact same. Do you go lower or higher? That's personal preference. I always go with like the more conservative, and I would draw on something like that. So it's tough to tell in this exact scenario now if this is like a market structure shift or not. It could be, it could not be. It's just because these two candles have the same lows, so it's really personal discretion at that point. It closed right on the line, so it could technically be a continuation, but I don't know. So all that being said is, in my opinion, we have shifted bearish after our 1 minute shift bullish on the 1 minute. We've also we've structurally shifted lower now, so we would need to structurally shift higher again, and then of course come up and tag these highs. Now, it's not impossible. We're not in a terrible position right now, because you can see right here got taken by here, and then we took right here, and then now we have here. We just need it to not make another leg lower and then go higher, and we're good. But we are, yeah, we'll go back to the other chart. I'll stop talking about it all. Yeah, if we could respect this low right in here, push through it, come back, that will be like the end of this little 1 minute chop down, and that's like the last thing we're holding on to for dear life. For dear life. All right. We've had a good group of people in here though. The last I mean, we've been streaming 7 days in a row. We've consistently had like 10 to 15 people in here. A solid group of guys. Like, you guys make it a lot easier when you guys are like talking and stuff. Like, so I appreciate you guys coming in and chatting. Like, so that we've been having good conversation and stuff. I feel like we're on the right track streaming wise. Like I feel like this is the best we've done with streaming in a while. It just hopefully the trades start to fall in line too, right? What time is it? It's 14. Let's go. Let's go look at the NQ macro right now. Oh, we're just sitting inside of it. We create a little nice fair value gap in there. That's like a good sign to see. Like if nothing else is gonna help us right now, this will. Let's see too. If my suspicions are right. Yup, they were right. See, you start to recognize these things after a while. We needed to pull back 50% of this range. So now we really could go up. Now we really could go up. Breaking back above this high would be a good thing. Because last time we broke above here, we traded to here. And we just need to go to here. So we break above here, we went here. If we could break above here again, we'll go here. We're still in it, guys. This is gonna be the day. This is gonna be the day. This is gonna be the day we bounce back. The day right after we decided to not quit. We're literally trading the best of both worlds too. If we don't do well in this next season of our trading, like we're trading futures and forex at the same time, like in one asset. This is Euro US dollar futures. If we don't crush it with this, I don't know who else will. I don't know who else will. Oh yeah, I guess so. Quick update too in the gym. Tried to hit my 1 rep the other day and failed miserably. I tried to go for 285. Well, no, I've hit 285 before. I tried to match my 1 rep that I hadn't tried to match in a long time. And let's just say I should have not tried to match it. It was rough. I had a good spot, thankfully, but I got it halfway up, so I will say that it did get halfway up, but I started cramping in my chest. I just been working out too much and not stretching enough, and like I got like this cramp right here in my chest, and I called for the spot immediately and had to get it off, man. But I have been repping like 245, 255. I hit 245 almost for like 4 sets of 4, and then 255 I was hitting like a set of 2, set of 3. So I'm getting my bench up. I'm getting it up big time, but it's gonna be. I just need to not go for one rep. Like really, I don't. There's no need to. Like, who am I trying to like impress when I'm just benching? You know what I mean? I just need to hit heavy sets of four, I think, is my goal, and try to do as heavy as I can for four. But when you try to go as heavy as you can for one, it's like a near death experience every time. It's really like a near death experience every time. You know what's even more of a near death experience though is trying to one rep on the squat rack. But I was telling my brother the other day on the bench, I was like, he asked if I needed a lift at 285. I said if I need a lift, I shouldn't be benching this. So if you guys get in the gym and you're trying to hit a weight that you need a lift off on, I would not even be hitting that weight because in my opinion, if someone has to lift it above you, how do you know you're going to be able to catch it when they when they take their little bit of help off, when they remove their hands? How do you know that you're going to be able to hold that if you couldn't even get it off the rack? So I used to always, like everyone does in benching, right? You get a lift off at the rack. I won't do that anymore. If you can't get it off the rack, you should not be trying to carry that weight. But little side note, I know we're doing the 75 hard together, but I got too many hate comments and I was only on day 4. I wasn't hard enough, so I stopped. I was only 4 days hard, so I didn't. Too many hate comments. Like, I don't know why I let that stuff get to me. Some seasons I don't, some seasons I do, but I still kept working out. So I hope you guys did too. We'll still keep talking about working out, and we'll still keep talking about all the same things. Um, I'm still implementing them all into my life. I'm reading a lot more recently. I'm reading a book that I'm about to finish. We got like 10 pages left. So I'm still doing all the same type of stuff, and my days look like a 75 hard. But I'd rather just get on here and talk about it with the people that are serious and already doing that stuff on their own than try to put out a journey and a series. It's like, or no one even wants to see it. Just get on the live streams and just trade and talk with everyone. Like that's what we all want. You know what I mean? It's the hardest thing, right? It's the hardest thing. It's the most consistent thing we have to do. Show up here every day. Like no one wants to be held accountable and do what's the best for them, especially me, right? And then especially, when you've got other people watching you doing it too. And like sometimes like yeah, we can chat back and forth, but a lot of times too it's just me talking to a mic, just kind of pouring out my heart and my thoughts. That's hard to do on a daily basis. Um, and it's probably even just as hard too on the other end, you guys to show up, you guys to share your thoughts, your heart too, and to keep going every single day. So it's like, but the people that are gonna do it are gonna do it, and they're gonna be here, and I'm gonna be here, and we're gonna, our entire lives are gonna be filled with discipline and 75 heart. It's gonna be like it's not gonna stop at 75 days. We're just gonna keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. This trade, I'm not gonna, I'm trying not to commentate on the trade, but this is gonna be exactly what we needed after a little bit of a losing streak. We need one like this where it just misses our stop and goes to take profit. It's gonna be a small win in the overall bigger sample of what we're trying to do. Dang, Jake, don't say that. I don't. Now that you said you liked it, it's like now I feel bad about removing it. But it seemed like a lot of people hated it. I don't know. I probably was reading into it, so I was like, fine, I'll do it by myself. But no, hey, if anything else, you guys know if you show up to these streams, I'm gonna keep talking about the gym and keep trying to stay on you guys about that. Yeah, if nothing else. Yeah, what's up, Lewis? Yeah, it was so close. I was just telling everyone this is gonna be the day we pull out of this. We're not taking bad trades. We need to sit through all of them. We really do. So you know what we should do? Let me do this. Let me do this. A stream. We're gonna put a stream streak for this instant funded account that we're in right now. We're 0 for 1 right now. We're not trading that cash account that I took that string of losses on before, so I should put it like in the top right or something. Now we got this new account. We got this prop account. I'm not gonna put the balance up because you guys can already see that on the screen. You guys already know where we're at. But I'll start putting up a stream win streak, and we'll go 0 for 1 right now, and then we'll just do it based on this account. Or how should I do it? You guys let me know before I change anything. Let me just I gotta probably think about the best way to do that. Or is that even like is there even a point in putting up that? Or what do you guys think? We could put up a stream win rate. We could put up a current account win rate. Or I don't know. We could just not put up anything because everyone that's here like will already know, and the balance is already showing, so you guys will see exactly like where we're at. So I don't know if it's too necessary. All right, I'm gonna go get a little bit more coffee. I made a pot this morning, and there's probably like maybe half a cup left. I'm gonna go get that. You guys watch the trade for me, and we'll be back. We'll keep chatting it out for a little bit. All right, we're at break even, guys. We're at break even right now. We need this thing to pull through. I appreciate that, Jake. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's hard. It's hard. And I think like being transparent though, and not seeing a lot of other transparency has like led me to a lot of the conclusions I've come to recently, like about like real trading and how it really works, and like how like any edge you're going to use is going to have pockets of losing streaks, and like that could lead to like 2 down months out of the year. And it's all coming together over time. I'm starting to like shed the illusions of like what trading is displayed as and what it actually is. And what it actually is actually like, it's not like an end all be all like, hey, I'm gonna make all my money off this. It's, hey, I'm gonna make some additional money on top of what I'm already doing, and after a period of a year, I'll make a lot more than I lose. But I might have some down weeks. I might have some down months. That's not something like people put out, and since people don't put that out, you don't believe that that's the case, and you seek and you seek and you seek and you try to find something that's not real. And then when you can't find it, and what I mean by something that's not real is something that wins every week, something that wins every month, at least a mechanical set of rules, and you seek it and you seek it and you seek it, and you're like, it's not possible, I can't find it, everyone's lying, da 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 da, I'm not gonna do this. But if you shed that illusion and you're like, okay, let me not just risk everything because I understand the nature of how this works now. Let me put on as little risk as possible. Let me get a higher sized account. Let me take a 0.5% trade, and let me just sit through periods of loses and wins, and let me just like see, if I have a losing month, let me trade the same thing the next month instead of just I'm switching, I'm switching, I'm switching, and it's like so a lot of this has been trial and error. A lot of it's been trial and error for 4 years. Um, and it's just, I don't know if it's like me getting older after doing this for 4 years, because you don't just grow up like physically or in your trading, but you mature at a different level when you've been trying to figure this thing out for a while. Like there's a maturity that happens in a person who sticks around in this game for long enough where you have to confront some realities. The realities of how the markets work, the realities of potential success in the markets and what it really takes. Um, and what it really takes is having a good edge, not a perfect edge. It takes having a good edge that you can trade with a medium risk, not too low, not too heavy, and you can be the person who could just trade it all year. And that's simplified trading. And that is the hardest thing to do in the world. It's harder than to get off of drugs. It's harder than anything else I've done. But it's also a journey that I just said is going to mature you like nothing else can, and it's going to develop something in you that nothing else can. And like we talked about in the beginning of the stream, if we can be the person who can trade this strategy 12 months in a row, and we can be someone who can take 2 losing months on the chin and still trade it, that takes a level of discipline and self-control that literally can be carried into anywhere in life. And that's what we were saying in the beginning. So even though we've sat through these losing trades for the last 2 weeks, I'm still considering myself on a winning streak because we've executed, and I'm starting to gain trust in myself again because I said I was going to do this and I showed up and I did it. It didn't play out in my favor these last 2 weeks, but I did not waste that time because I'm starting to gain confidence in myself again and belief in myself, and I'm starting to not consider myself to be a liar. And that's what Ed Milet says. He's someone that early on coming out of addiction and starting to get into the self-help world. I haven't listened to him in a while, but he has a podcast and some books, but mainly his podcast. I've seen him speak in person, and he was saying, he was saying basically that every single time you say that you're going to do something and you don't do it, you start to teach yourself that you're a liar and that you can't trust yourself. And so even though these trades have been hit and stop for the last 2 weeks, I'm starting to develop that thing in myself again that I haven't had in a while, which is a trust that I'm not going to lie to myself when I say something, I'm going to do it, if that makes sense. Yeah, Nasha, that's part of it. That's part of it. Yeah. And so here's the thing why I think trading with prop though is gonna help with the losing and the winning streaks is because let's say our risk is so much smaller on the losing streaks, right? So let's say we lose this account and we lose it over the period of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, however long it takes. Let's say it takes us 2 weeks to lose an account. Now, had we just taken a cash account, and this is another shift in my perspective recently, had we taken a cash account and we lost for 2 weeks straight, it would take a lot longer to get all of that back as opposed to, oh, we just lost the cost of paying for the audition, now we got a new one. Like the ROI is so much higher. So like the way I look at it is you don't know when you're going to have your losing streak and you don't know when you're going to have your winning streak. But if you're trading a prop account, when you're on your losing streak, you lose the audition fee. When you're on your winning streak, you gain the whole payout, which is 10x. The minimum's usually 10x what you even spent on the audition. So it's like, if you do that math, you could have 5 losing streaks in a row, blow 5 accounts, and then you could have 1 winning streak. So you could literally lose for 3 months, have 1 winning streak, and then you can make all that back. You can't do that on a cash account. You can't. Like, we could blow 5 accounts in a row over the next 10 weeks, and then we could have 1 account that does really well over a period of 2 weeks, and we could literally, with not even changing our risk or our risk to reward ratio, we can have we could have a whole payout that in 2 weeks that covers 10 weeks of losses. So you get what I'm saying? I don't want to lose for 10 weeks. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, though, if you do the numbers and you do the math on the prop side of things, you have an advantage over trading a cash account that you don't have, like, on that cash account, right? Here's the thing, though. The rules are a lot tighter. So unless you're going to drop down to like 0.5% risk, like we almost started risking 1%. We were probably going to fly through this account if we did that. I'm glad we dropped it. But if you can have discipline and you can trade small enough, but not too small, but small enough to go through the accounts at a regular pace, maybe like an account every 2 weeks. I think that's kind of like what I'm trying to do. If you can go through an account like every 2 weeks, either getting it to payout or to failure, you're on track to have a very good year. Because with a cash account, if you have it like I just said, it's not the same. So I don't know if that makes sense. But and here's the thing too. Here's the thing, Nasha. When you have that winning streak, you get paid. A lot of the times, and this has been a big problem for me in the last 4 years with my trading, is whenever I trade a cash account and I do really, really well, like if I take an 8K cash account, flip it up to 16K, 17K, 18K, here's the problem. I keep trading that and I don't cash out. Like, it's like there's no like payday. There's no payout, right? There's no payout threshold. Like, it's like, oh, we went from 8K to 16K. Let's keep trading. Let's take 16K to 32K. It doesn't end though, because then there's 32 to 64, 64 to 128. Like, you could just keep flipping, but it's like you're gonna catch a losing streak eventually, and if you don't pay yourself, you're gonna lose that. Your losing streak's gonna cause you to forfeit the winning streak. So that's one thing too, why I'm leaning towards, like, especially streaming again, and trying to be consistent long term. I'm gonna just go low risk on higher value prop accounts. What I mean by that is like the higher, like ones like not a 25K or 50K, like 150K, 100K, maybe 200K, stuff like that is what I'm gonna try to do, and just go slow. Try to go through them like maybe every 2 to 4 weeks. Try to go through an account and try to get it to pay out, and just take it like that. And if we could have some winning streaks throughout the year, I think we'll be paid well with very low risk. All right, guys, we are flying to profits now. Change up the colors, keep the stream interesting. I'm just playing. All right. We're having a good time though on these streams. I've been enjoying it. Here's the thing though, guys. So I do have a hard stop at 11, which is in 22 minutes. So ideally we get our trade resolved before then. If not, we're gonna be streaming tomorrow. So we're gonna have the updates and everything. You guys can see too before you check out for the day where the account's at and everything. And then you'll be able to see where it's at tomorrow too. Ideally, we just push the TP right now before the day's over. But I do want you guys to know that too. It's also a commitment to you. Like, you guys are not gonna have to feel like, oh, am I gonna get on the stream and I'm gonna, like, how long is it gonna run? Like, we're not gonna run all day. We're gonna just run for like that first hour after the open, and we're gonna basically we're gonna just be pretty strict on that, right? Because after, in 22 minutes from now, like, we're just gonna let the trade play out. If it's not resolved, it's just gonna play out on its own. I'm not gonna touch. I'm gonna turn the charts off. I'll look at it later. That's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, it's gonna be sustainable for us too. We're not gonna be on here too long ever, to the point where it's like, dang, I'm tired, you know. All right, so that fair value gap did hold for us. It held nicely, which is a good sign. Almost even came and tapped it again before we're pushing right now. Like I said though, we've got all the moving pieces. We got time in our favor. Right after New York Open, price took liquidity, market structure shifted. We're holding strong right here. Nice clean 1-to-1 risk reward. This is the setup we want to take every day of the year. This truly is. I probably should just make it all the same. That way it's not like, I don't know. Let's see. Now I don't like I did that. I do not like that I did that. Yeah, I don't know. I changed my colors probably way too much. There it is. It's either there or there. It's right there. All right. Okay. I think from a higher time frame structural perspective though, like even the 15-minute right here, like we've got the higher time frames in our favor when it comes to the structural shift of it, right? We did create a market structure shift higher right here on the 15-minute. So basically right in here. And now like we got the 15-minute and the 1-minute in our favor. You guys want to know something funny though? It's not really funny. It's actually like it kind of made me mad at myself. But I spent a little bit of time yesterday too. I was like trying to find a different I was like I need to find a different strategy to trade. I need to find like this isn't gonna work, and that a lot of that led me into my downward spiral yesterday to like really decide we're not gonna change anything anymore. Like stop. Like you have to get to a point where you don't let you take yourself to those places anymore. Like I was almost, and it's weird. It's like you're talking to yourself, but at the same time you're talking to a part of yourself that's completely contrary to you and what's best for you. And we could go deep into something spiritual right now, but there's a verse in Romans 7, and it talks about basically Paul was saying, you know, I have like there's this problem that he noticed that he was gonna do, that he said he would do things, but he wouldn't be able to do them. He basically didn't find the ability to do all the good in himself that he had intended on doing, and so he was speaking of the two natures that humans have. They've got a spiritual nature that's rooted in God, that's rooted in Jesus, and then they have a carnal, fleshly, natural, animal nature that's of this earth, right? It's our default setting. It's it's literally what we're being saved from, in my opinion. We're being like a lot of people think that sin is things that we do. The things that we do is a root of sin, and it says in Romans 7 that basically God in the Old Testament gave them the law, which is basically do this, don't do this. It's a list of how people should live. Now the law basically was the list of do's and don'ts. Now sin, it says, and this is what a lot of people don't catch or what a lot of people don't know, but it says sin saw the list of rules, or it saw the law, and it seized an opportunity to basically exploit the vulnerabilities in human nature. But so people are like, okay, you know, what's that mean? It's basically meaning that the list of rules and the list of things we should and shouldn't do wasn't enough because you know, we couldn't follow them or whatever. But what the Bible's telling us, what Paul's telling us, is that sin saw the opportunity and took advantage of it to prove to us that we're fallen human nature. So it's like when someone saw the rules of things they should and shouldn't do, that person said they're going to try to follow them. Now sin, seizing an opportunity, took advantage of that person, because even though that person could try their very hardest to do everything they possibly could to follow those rules, they were still going to fall short. And so it made them even more sinful. And so here's the key: when you try your hardest to follow the rules and to do things the right way, you're going to find this thing that's contrary in you that causes you to be incapable of doing it. So the very thing that you're fighting and the very thing that you're trying to put to death is actually being made alive by what you're trying to do to it. Now, here's where I'm going to pull it all full circle. Now, sin itself, like I said, is not the things we do, but the things we do, sinning, is a result of our nature. Sin is a nature. Sin is a conscious thing that is contrary to us. And this can come tie back around to trading, but it says that sin seized an opportunity. Well, how can something seize an opportunity if it's not conscious? So sin is a nature. It is a part of us. It is a literal personality, a literal piece of us, a part of who we are. It's the nature we were born into that is contrary, that is completely contrary to the things of God, to the things that benefit us, to the things of a better future and health for us. It is the default setting that we were born into. It's what makes us so prone to do wrong. It's what makes doing wrong so easy, but doing right so hard. And so yesterday, I'm searching through the charts. I'm like, it was later at night. I'm like, I gotta find something else that works. Let me figure out what to do. And that's that part of me that's just trying to self-destruct, that's trying to destroy, that's trying to completely put me under. And you got to talk to that part of yourself and you say, I'm not going to get stuck in this feedback loop again. I'm not going to spend this time on the charts trying to search for something that doesn't exist again, that's just never going to fail again. I found something that's good enough. I'm going to execute on it, and I'm going to show up tomorrow. I'm going to stream again, and we're not going to throw the towel in. And so that's the new nature, the spirit nature, talking to the old nature, the flesh nature, talking to sin, right? So I don't know how we got off on that. There's a lot of gems in there. I hope you guys, it's kind of blurry. Hope you guys learned something. I don't know. I always learn something when I open my mouth, but sometimes I don't know what I said until after I said it. But yeah, that's what I'm dealing with in my trading, guys. Oh, I appreciate it, Biz. Amen, brother. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah, I believe in that for sure. All the belief that you want is already done. Yeah, that's how Jesus was teaching us how to pray. He didn't say ask for things. He said when you ask, believe you've already received it. So it's like it's really not even asking at that point. It's I already know I've received it. I thank you I've received it. It's already coming to fruition. Even if I don't see it right now, it's going to happen. All in the right timing, all in the right way. And that's where we're at right now, guys. We're just gonna keep showing up until it does, right? We're gonna keep showing up until it does. Yeah, I knew that would help right there. Let's swap to a different time frame just because it's getting like a little crowded. We'll go to the 3 minute. We got about 12 minutes left. Yeah, that's the thing. That's 100% true, brother. I'm glad you brought that up. Like that's a great point. Like everything that's happening externally is a reflection of what's happening internally. And if you don't believe that, I can guarantee you'll believe it right now. If you look at your room or your car or anything, and if you look at how organized it is or how disorganized it is a telltale picture of what's going on inside. If I look at my room sometimes, it happens maybe like once a week, once every other week, and I know it's like out of order. Like I look at it and I like almost like wake up or just become aware, and I'm like, Wow, yeah, that like I'm looking at my room right now and it literally looks like I'm looking at like the inside of my head. Like it's like so then boom, we get it organized and then as soon as you get it organized, it's like you start to since you became aware in that moment, it also there's a shift internally that happens at the same time. Man, that's so true. So here's the thing too. Even though we're taking this losing streak right now, or we've taken it, and when I say losing streak, all I'm talking about is we're sustaining a period of losing trades. We're on a winning streak when it comes to executing. We're on a winning streak when it comes to showing up for streams and our mentality. But we have been sustaining losses. Here's the thing though. I feel like my head's been in a much better place, even taking these losing trades and still continuing. But here's what's going to make or break it at that point. Because even though I'm doing good internally, it doesn't seem to be reflecting externally. The catch is it's not always going to reflect externally at that exact moment, but you're planting seeds, right? Those seeds are they're going to take root, they're going to grow, they're going to blossom into something much better. And so it's like, yes, we're in a period of placing those seeds in this period of losing trades, of sustaining losses. But as long as we just stay rooted and we stay firm and grounded in this period, it'll come back and what we planted will start to grow. It'll start to prosper. And those losing trades will get out of the way. They'll get out of our sample, our overall sample, and we'll actually come back around to the winning part of our sample. So, quote unquote, all things work together for the good, right? Even the losing trades work together for the good of the overall sample. So, yeah, man, we're having great conversation today. If nothing else, we're having great conversation. I feel like the 3 minutes even a little bit clustered, so we'll just go to the 5. We have market, no, I don't think we've structurally shifted upwards on the 5 yet. On the 3 we have, so we're bullish on the 3 minute, we're bullish on the 1 minute, we're bullish on the 15 minute. We are not bullish on the 5 minute. We'll just stay on the 3. Because it's bullish, that's why. Hey, I like that. I've never heard that. Yeah. Once you come to terms with, like, life's going to be hard either way, there's going to be risk either way. You just got to pick your suffering. You got to pick your risk, right? And that's what we're going to do here together. That's what we're going to be here together for. We got about 8 minutes left for the stream. I'll leave everything on the chart. I won't delete the chart so that way we can come back tomorrow and check up how things went. But yeah, we got 8 minutes and then we're going to close out, guys. It's all risky by Jim Rohn. Is it it's a lecture, right? It's not a book, is it? Oh, I appreciate that, brother. I hope you have a blessed day too. I thank you for saying that. I needed to hear that today because I was struggling yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I had a really rough day yesterday. I'm writing that down though right now. All risky budget. Is that a book or is it's a lecture, right? Because I used to listen to his stuff a lot. If you dipped out, it's a lecture. I might have seen clips on it. Yeah. All right, Luboslav. Love you, brother. Have a good day. Have a good day, guys. All risky by Jim Rohn, or it's all risky. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. I'll listen to it today. It might be just what I need to hear. Hey guys, make sure you guys hit the gym today though. Get out, get active. Even if it's something light, do some body weight. Have a great day, guys. Yeah, Jim Rohn, I think's the guy who said in a quote that, and I've been holding on to this, and that's what I was saying kind of earlier in this thing. Um, Even if you don't get your desired result out of it when you build a discipline, you could like even if one thing doesn't succeed, you're like, okay, I can go and do anything now. I'm pretty sure he's the same person who said that, and I've always held on to that because nothing's wasted, right? Like I'm still younger, but no matter where anyone's at in life, nothing's wasted because one thing I learned with trading is that it can come quick. It can come quick and it can go quick. That's why I'm trying to be a little bit hands off this season. But like in December, we in 3 weeks. I'm not even kidding. In 3 weeks, we turned $330 into like 15 grand. Like it was crazy, and it was through just it was a prop challenge, right? We invested in the prop challenge, and I did trade a cash account alongside it, so it just wasn't simply a $300 investment, but the $300 turned into like 8K, and then I took like an 8K account and like doubled it. So, but one thing I learned in trading is it can come quick and it can go quick. And so I know that day to day, it seems like it's far off sometimes, but I know that if you just keep pressing forward, there's going to be a period of 3 weeks where you're going to run it up like that. Like that stuff will come full circle. Um, but it can also go full circle too. And it's all lessons to be learned, right? Because if we're going to steward wealth, there's a lot of tests we have to go through, right? Like, I believe before a person's entrusted with wealth spiritually, they have to endure those tests. And the reason maybe I haven't been entrusted with a lot more wealth at this point is because I haven't endured certain tests. Now, I will say I have leveled up. I have leveled up significantly, but I haven't endured all my tests yet. And I think this one right now, streaming and catching and sustaining a period of losses before we start doing well on the streams, I think that's another test for me. And I think this is maybe one of like the final tests when it comes to my commitment issues with trading. It could, if not be the final test, where, hey, I gave streaming one last go. And the moment I started streaming again, I sustained 10 losses in a row or whatever it is. It's been like 6 or 7 now. It's been like six, at least six. I think I took one more loss before I started streaming, so I'm on a 7 trade lose streak. But it's like, just what if the day before we felt like quitting, we decided not to quit, and then we run it up for the next 6 months? I would have been a fool. I wouldn't have passed the test. The test was there just to see if I said I was going to do what I was going to do, and then we did it. And then it's like, but we'll never know. But we will know for sure if we don't go forward, if we don't march forward, we know for sure what's going to happen. We lost for sure, right? We're scared of losing, so we don't want to even get the chance of losing, right? But that's not something I'm willing to do anymore. Trade might go into Tokyo. Yeah, you're not lying. You make what you believe you earn. Maybe you weren't. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. It's all identity, right? The identity is like a thermostat. You can try to get hotter or colder, but it'll always bring you back to the temperature it's set at. That's from Ed Milet too. Don't think that I just came up with that. That's a gem though. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's it's layers to it. With each zero that you're putting behind what you believe you should be making comes a whole different layer of your identity and what you in self-worth. 100%. We got 2 minutes left. It looks like we're just going to be holding this trade and getting off for the day, but we're going to close out in prayer like we always do, guys. Um, just know I'm always going to try to remind you guys of this. When we do pray, there's no distance in the spirit. Spiritually, when people come together, there is something that takes place. The word tells us that where two or more are gathered in his name, he is there. So when we pray, we need to not do it lightly. We need to know and understand that not only is God with us when we're praying, but we're with each other in the spirit when we pray. And he's moving on our behalf. I really believe that he's seeing our efforts. He's seeing our consistency. and I believe that there's an extra favor and an extra blessing on what we're doing. I just believe that he's testing me right now for commitment. And I believe, yeah, I can feel the spirit right now. I believe he's testing to see if I'll be committed, because he's not going to reward me if I keep flagging, if I keep showing up and only putting in half the work and then dropping off. And I'm willing to sit through the next few months to show I'm committed. And but yeah, the way we're going to be able to do that though is we're going to be able to lean on him and get his help, because I know I can't do it on my own. So we got like 1 minute left. We're going to close it out. Father, we all just come to you in the name of your son, Jesus. We thank you that we're together in the spirit right now, and that we're present before you. Father, we thank you that you hear us. Father, we just pray an extra blessing and favor on all of our trading, on all of our lives, on our families, and our friends. Father, help show us different projects and different things that you've got in the works for us in the future, that you want us to start pouring our trading into over time. Help us to be consistent and disciplined, and help us to build up our accounts. Help us to not just build up our physical accounts, but our spiritual accounts as well. Help us to prosper in our soul first, and then automatically our physical, our external will prosper as well. Father, I just pray that you guide myself and my brothers into your word, into times of prayer, into times of communion with you today. And I just pray that you shed your light on all the dark areas of our hearts, and you reveal the things that you're trying to work out of us. And Father, give us the grace and the mercy to allow you to work those things out of our lives. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen, guys. Sitting right at break even. We are done for the day. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're not done. We're done. The trade's not done. I'm gonna let it ride. I'm literally gonna close the charts out, let it ride. And then you guys know the account was down about $800. We'll see if it's up another 800 or down 800, give or take commissions. We're really risking 750. We'll be back tomorrow though. Hey, thank you, my brother. You're healthy and wealthy too, all of you. God bless you all. We're all gonna prosper together. We're all gonna do this together. And yeah, we're gonna do it. Jake, what is the most money I can earn in a year? Valuable question I had asked myself years ago. Yeah, that is a good question. That's a good question. Here's on top of that, before we go, not only is it how much do you think you can earn, but you have to come to an understanding too, really, where you see money for what it is. And that's that it's not real, it's non-existent, it's numbers that are used to control. It used to, and we'll end the stream at this. I don't need to go too deep into this, but you guys probably already know this. Money is not backed by anything anymore. At least the US dollar isn't, right? It's not backed by the gold standard or anything. They print money digitally. Like, they literally, like, I'll show you guys how money's printed now. You see this right here? This is how money's printed. It doesn't exist. So, like, if you have $100,000 and you lose 1,000, all you did was literally lost digital numbers on a screen. Like, yes, those digital numbers could have been used for something, but they're not real. And so a big part, like, I don't ever, like, want to discuss what I'm making or anything like that, but, like, I have been able to level up over the years, and I'll always try to be transparent with my trading. But I will say a big thing that has helped me has been detaching from the value of money. And I still struggle with it, though. It's something that you forget and remember continually. I'll leave it at that, though. Love you guys. What's up, Jalen? Hey, Jalen's up. Jalen's up. Someone's up. I'm glad you're up, brother. I'm hoping this trade's gonna break the curse that we've been in with this. I mean, there's no curse. I shouldn't even speak that. We just been sustaining a period of losing trades. So, but every single one's been a good setup in my head. I might be wrong, but I'm happy to hear that you are in a losing or a winning part of your sample, brother. That's a huge win. Two funded accounts and you're up 1K today. That's what's up, man. Keep up the good work. Hopefully you try to hop in here more if you can, brother. It's been a while since I've seen your name. So I'm gonna sign off though now for real. I will see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, it's been a good one. We had a good stream today. We had a good one. So I'll see you tomorrow.